Welcome back. Well, it may be or may not be the best thing that Arvind Kejriwal has heard from the court recently, particularly as he is set, at least he has been summoned by the probe agency yet again, and he's expected to be present tomorrow. We yet don't know whether he would be or not. But what has happened in the court today? The Delhi High Court has sought Enforcement Directorate's response to the maintainability of a plea filed by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, challenging summons issued to him in the liquor policy case. The probe agency has been given 2 weeks to file a response, and the matter will be heard on April 22. But that's just one part of it. What happened today? During today's proceedings, the High Court questioned the Delhi Chief Minister as to why was he skipping the summons and not facing the agency. Very clearly asked, directly asked. Arvind Kejriwal's counsel argued there is a possibility of arrest, though he assured the court that the Delhi Chief Minister is ready to appear if there is a promise of no coercive action. Till date, the Aam Aadmi Party chief has skipped 8 ED summons. A 9th summon has been issued to him for tomorrow. The court has asked, why not go and actually find out what's likely to happen and what are the key, on why is he being called. We are expecting our guests in a while. I'm being joined right now by Dharinder Tayal, a BJP leader. I'm also going to be joined by Huda Zariwala. But first to you, Dharinder Tayal. Before I even come to you on Arvind Kejriwal particularly, there's also a very important observation or order which is coming from the Supreme Court. And just a while ago, the Supreme Court reiterated something and said, you can't, and this is to the central probe agencies. In this case also, if I'm correct, it is to the Enforcement Directorate. And it says, you can't keep filing charge sheets to keep people in jail. Now, of course, Arvind Kejriwal's case is very different. He's not even gone and presented himself for any of the summons. That being one part of it. But the fact that the opposition leaders have been claiming time and again that there's a vicious hunt, there's a witch hunt which is going against them, what Supreme Court has also time and again reiterated, doesn't it also fall into the context? How do you respond to this?
Well, I have not seen this as yet. So, I would plead a little bit of ignorance there. But having said that,
Sure.
one important fact is that if all this is frivolous, as it is being made out to be. Now, Manish Sisodia has been in prison since February last year. And repeatedly, the courts have said, yes, prima facie, we see what is wrong there and that wrong has been committed, and hence he has not been given bail. Now, if it was just that there was some misuse of the agencies, then why would the courts not grant him bail? Why would the courts say, yes, we see something wrong has happened there? So it is completely an excuse to hide behind something. When you wanted to, you went all out and you robbed the nation. Now, when the chicken have come to roost, now you want to put the blame on something else. So it doesn't work. Any number. Satyendra Jain, he said, I'm ill, so grant me bail. Now the court has said, no, you can't be given any more bail, please. You have to report back. So why is all that happening?
Okay.
One thing we have to have trust in, at least we have to have trust in the courts. And if the courts have done that, then it is obvious where the truth lies. So I don't see anything wrong there.
Okay, Mr. Huda Zariwala joins us right now. Mr. Huda Zariwala, how do you respond? Okay, I'm being told Mr. Huda Zariwala is to join us in a short bit. I'm sorry, Mr. Dharinder Tayal, we don't have the other panelist yet on our show. But Mr. Dharinder Tayal, the way the opposition has been going about this, and of course it's the election season. So yes, Arvind Kejriwal saying that, he's afraid that he's going to be arrested in the first meeting. The court saying, listen, it's not usual that in the first summon itself or the first sitting itself, you may get arrested. Why don't you go and see it? But let's just look at what's been happening. We had Manish Sisodia. We had, even with what's happened with K. Kavita for that matter. It's hard to say that what would happen in the first or second meetings for that matter. If the ED has to do it, they would.
So I think important thing, I mean, I will not say I am, legally a lawyer, but as I understand that if the ED has to arrest somebody, they don't have to wait for him to come to them. They are very much within their rights to go to the person also. But 8 summons have been issued, and frivolously, or some excuses have been given, whereas he himself is on record where he has said samman samman hota hai, and if there is any doubt of samman kijiye na, do an inquiry, we will appear. This is what he used to say. Now, when summons have been issued, now he is refusing to go. Sometimes he says it is Diwali. Sometimes he says, I'm busy with governance. Now it is I have gone for Vipassana. The assembly is on. MP elections are on, and the latest being now it is hiding behind technicalities. The latest one, I mean, what is the technicality? He says that under PMLA, it says a person. Now, the charges are that the illegal money, the kickbacks were taken by the Aam Aadmi Party. So it is the party. So I am not the party. So till now I was the party, but suddenly now I am not the party. So who is the party? When you want to run the whole, you want to run Delhi, you want to run Punjab, you want to run everything. But now you are looking for that last proverbial straw to catch on, to hang on to, because you're saying, no, I'm not the party.
With K. Kavita, and I mean, it's not fair to draw parallels between what may happen with Arvind Kejriwal and K. Kavita for that matter. But if you look at what happened in the court was told orally that there would not be taken any, they would not take any extreme action in terms of arrest or anything against K. Kavita. But there she was taken away from her home, arrested from her home. So, and then eventually we are told that it was an oral, it was orally told to the court. Of course, the plea is sub judice right now. They have filed a plea before the court. But the point being, even oral submissions before the court are not standing. They had told the court that they will not take any arrest measures or anything without her appearing before them. So how does one draw the line? Where does one draw the line?
No, I don't hold a brief for ED. So what the ED is doing, I am not answerable on the ED. I don't hold a brief for them, right? I am saying, as a common man, that if there,
but the opposition is saying all of this is happening on the behest of BJP, on the behest of the government.
Can you say that with authority?
No, I can't. Opposition is saying it. I can definitely say that opposition is saying it. That is something I can.
Absolutely. So, but when you say it is happening on the behest of BJP, that is why I asked. That as far as I'm seeing, it is Sneha saying.
I think there must have been an audio dip because I was very clear. I said opposition is claiming. I never said I said. I am saying. Okay. However, opposition is claiming it is on their behest.
Yeah, the opposition is supposed to say that. The opposition is supposed to say that. I mean, you've raked in crores and crores, and now when you are caught with your hand in the cookie jar, now you want to, make excuses. So the opposition is supposed to say that, because the opposition, in any case, they are the ones. And here I'm saying this with responsibility, that it was on 9th of May 2013 that the Supreme Court said that CBI is a caged parrot. Now, in that time, it was the opposition which was in power. So they feel, since that is what they were doing, and now here it is not hearsay, it is not an accusation, it is something the Supreme Court said. So that is how they feel that it must be the BJP that's doing it. But what is the BJP doing in it? The case in the point is, assume the BJP did it. Then why have courts not granted bail? Why is Sisodia still in bail? Right. The courts would have granted him bail. Why has that not happened? Now, I'm sure, no, there have never been accusations, and there cannot be accusations that the courts of this country are being run by any political party, whoever it be. The courts are above all that, and we have the highest of respect for them. So they would have been granted bail if really there was nothing.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dharinder Tayal, let's just go into a break and see if we can get our second panelist on board who doesn't seem to be on board yet. We'll quickly slip into a break and see if we could take this further. Thank you very much, Dharinder Tayal.